I knew this day was coming. You just know it. What's up, comic fans, and it's that new comic book day haul plus review. What is it? No, it's just new comic book day. There's no review because I'm just going to show you the books. We're not going to talk about it because I didn't read any of the books. Anyway, we got the usual. We're actually watching the Knicks game right now, and I refuse to turn it off. So you may hear that in the background. If I can find my remote, maybe I will lower the volume in the background. But anyway, let's get into that comic news. First of all, the Thunderbolts has come in theaters. Really good reviews so far. Well, they did the whole marketing thing and they went from the Thunderbolts asterisk to the new Avengers. Totally different team though, right? But whatever. With that being said, Marvel Comics has followed suit. So Marvel Comics this summer will have a book that they promoted as the new Thunderbolts coming out, except it'll now be the new Avengers. All right. Yeah. Written by Sam Humphries and Tom Lima. Tom. They will face off against deadly clones of Illuminati in this bold series. All right. Knicks within 8 points of the game, trailing the Boston Celtics 49-41 with about 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Draylen Brown with the ball, does a spin move, throws it up, got fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 with 3.4 seconds left. Back to the comics. So there were a couple covers that they showed for promotional purposes that all said the new Thunderbolts. Well, now it'll be the new Avengers. The team will be made up of Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Carnage, Hulk, Namor, Clea, and Laura Kinney Wolverine. And they will be fighting against the Killuminati. All right, there'll be covers by Steven Segovia and Mark Bagley. All right, that's pretty cool. As you know, the Avengers, the new Avengers, asterisk, the new Avengers, Thunderbolts asterisk movie that's out right now. That's out in theaters. It's actually doing pretty well. Pretty well received by audiences. Critics don't hate it. They haven't panned it. It's good. Marvel has decided to focus on quality and not quantity. Knicks with a half-court shot, and they miss. Knicks down by 9 at halftime. New York Knicks lead the series with the Boston Celtics 1-0, but down 9 here in Game 2, being played in Boston. All right. What else do we have in the news today? Yes. Marvel will be publishing X-File comics and then have crossovers with them. This was revealed by Jonathan Hickman. So that's interesting. So that's really cool. I grew up loving the X-Men. Or sorry, not the X-Men, X-Files.
Just for you, bundling. Just another way to save with the personal.
Can't find my remote. Otherwise, like I said, I would turn down the volume a little bit. Actually, I think I have the remote on my phone. But anyway. Oh, that's not the right. All right, so that's the news, guys. X-Files coming to Marvel, and they plan to do crossovers. I mean, I don't see why the X-Files couldn't live within the Marvel universe. It's all about, supernatural weird things happening, and they're superheroes. It kind of does, I think, though, kill the that mysticism behind it, right? Because, well, now there's the weird stuff has been explained. That's where I guess we should go with that. Weird stuff explained. Because in a world of superheroes, you can have pretty much anything happening. But here on, if it's a fictional Earth like we have now, right? One that we currently live in, when ghosts, goblins, monsters, phenomena occur, it's a lot harder to explain. All right. So that was the news again. Now let's get into the comics. All right, what comics did I pick up this week? And I'm going to bag and board them as we grab them. Oh no, they're all the way over there. The comics are so far away. Should have wore pants. Still can't find my remote control. Yeah. All right, we're back. We are back, and we're better than ever. We got a big old stack too. Cuppy got a big old stack. Oh yeah, Cuppy got a big old stack. Hell yeah. Let's pull these guys out of the bag and let's see what we got. And this is actually like 2 weeks worth of books. So we're going hard. Going in. We got Sam and Twitch number 13. I have not been reading this at all. At all. But it's all right. I have not been reading it. Whether we stick with it or not, who knows? There you go, a little music in the back. A lot of people said they like it. It's got they've got like really weird text bubbles. As a matter of fact, they don't actually have bubbles. So, art's been pretty good. Can't complain too much. Sam and Twitch have had some issues with each other. But just another book in the Spawn universe. Got Sam and Twitch case files. Initially, when this first came out, I thought we might see a little bit more of the Spawn universe guy, the main man. The man with the chains and the symbiote and the cape. But we have not seen that. We have the return of Farmhand, and this is the final arc. This thing has been in development for centuries, I feel like, but it's still there. Farmhand's still hanging in there. All right, so we got the final arc of Farmhand. We'll see where this comic goes. But I am interested to see where Farmhand ends up. Still the same team on here. Creative team. So Rob Guillory. And then you got the colors by Jean-Francois Boulieu. This family's been through a lot. Basically, they find a way to regrow organs, but out of organic material. And that kind of gets, I don't know, what's a good word for it? Kind of gets turned into a weapon, if you will. An evil weapon. So we got the return of Rob Guillory's Farmhand. This is the last arc on issue 21. I think the first issue came out maybe 5 years ago, too. So if you have number one, hold on to it because the show is coming. I'm telling you, it's been in production for a long time. All right, next up we have from Keen Spot. I don't have very many Keen Spot books, but we have The Chamberlains. You like monsters, like werewolves, vampires, gangsters too, because there's definitely gangsters in here. Then you might like The Chamberlains. Art style is interesting, a little different. But we have some streetwise folks who then become. Here we see vampires. From what I understand, there's supposed to be more than just vampires in this book. There'll be just double bagging boarding. Nope. There'll be vampires. There'll be werewolves. There'll be other monsters. So I picked that up. Also, there's a rumor that that's in production, so we'll see. We have the Star Wars #1 Dr. Aphra sneak preview variant of issue #1 of the new Star Wars that came out. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Supposedly there's a first appearance in here somewhere. Not sure. The art is very much like other Star Wars books. Obviously, you've got to have some X-Wings getting blown up. That was an X-Wing. Neither confirm nor deny, because I'm not going back a page. Obviously, you got to have some intergalactic meetings of some sort. And then and you got to have some action. So we saw the plane get blown up, and yep, here we go, some more action. It's exploding, and is that a lightsaber in the back? Yep. Nope, those are just lasers. Anyway, Star Wars #1. This is back, baby. So many here too. If you're a Star Wars fan. Again, this is the Dr. Aphra sneak preview variant. So I grabbed that. All right, what else? We got Detective Comics, the annual, and they've gone to like numbering all annuals #1s. So I'm wondering now if we're gonna have like biannuals where they release 2 annuals a year. That would be weird, right? I don't know why it's #1 for 2025, unless you're gonna start printing multiple annuals. Just keep up the number system. How cool would it be if you celebrated like your 100th annual, your 75th annual, your 50th annual, your 25th annual. Just means the character has survived and standed the test of time. It's a badge of honor to have higher annuals than #1. This is all marketing. Oh well. Anyway, Detective Comics annual #1. Looks like Al Ewing's on this and a whole bunch of other creators who I assume have done Batman stories at some part or some time in their life. What else? We got Stefano Raphael, John McCrae, and Fico Osio on art. I like the cover. Pretty cool. So Batman Detective Comics #1. Made my bag and board for the show. All right, next up, we have, I think, one of the could be one of the bigger books of the week. We have Ultimate Wolverine #5, first appearance of the Ultimate Sabretooth. Like Ultimate Wolverine looks scary. Ultimate Sabretooth, nightmare fuel. Get out of here, Ultimate Sabretooth. All right, so we're not going to show you that. That's like a spoiler page. All right, here's a shot of the ultimate Sabretooth right there. There you go. It doesn't look too different than 616. What's he doing there? Just steal that. Those kids drinking a shake and he stole it? What's up with that? I'm going to say, I haven't read this yet, but I'm going to say that like this Sabretooth ends up actually being a good guy. So the exact opposite of the Sabretooth from the 616. There's Ultimate Wolverine, looks like going after Ultimate Sabretooth. Does look like they do a flashback, so these guys had a history together. But yeah, this should be a good read. Ultimate Wolverine has been pretty good. We got Chris Condon writing it, and he did That Texas Blood. That was a slow burn of a comic, let me tell you. Good comic. But boy, oh boy, was it a burn. All right, we got the Amazing Spider-Man number 3. Ain't that something? Yeah, we talked about the news. They were naming this comic the New Thunderbolts, number 1. But guess what? No. It's now the New Avengers. So we do have some flashback scenes here. So we're getting some Peter Parker origins. The Amazing Spider-Man number 3. The Amazing Spider-Man number 3 has been kind of more serious, more dark. It's been a darker ASM than we've had in the past. The tone is very much changed. And we got a Hobgoblin appearance, flaming sword and all. So I'm gonna look forward to reading this one, The Amazing Spider-Man number 3. That's gonna go to the top of the pile, I think. That and Ultimate Wolverine right now. All right, a couple more books to go through. Getting there. We have the all-new Venom number 6. This is supposed to have the origin story of how MJ and Venom end up together. So that'll be a fun book. But you might remember MJ was also Jackpot. So she already had the superhero thing going before the Venom suit. The Venom suit does offer more security to MJ, right? The Jackpot suit, she can actually, draw the wrong. The powers are random, and she could actually just end up dying or get some random power that kills her. Anyway, here's a little sneak preview of the merging of MJ and Venom. So we got Venom number 6. I don't know many people who are happy about the merger of the two of them. I think, hey man, I understand her fear and why people would be like, no, she can't. She'd be too afraid of the symbiote. But at the same time, I feel like let bygones be bygones. All right, we got Absolute Superman number 7. This is supposed to be the first appearance of Brainiac. Now, we've had cameos. We've had people reference the Brainiac. We've had people here, talk to Brainiac. I think we even got we've had small cameos, like small glimpse at Brainiac. But there's Brainiac. It's got to be Brainiac. You are Brainiac 419,732. You serve the collective. Apparently, there's a lot of Brainiacs. Early in the book, we see this monstrosity of a Brainiac. And yeah, definitely an origin story here. We have a Brainiac origin story. This Brainiac, he's going through some tough times. Could explain a lot. Could explain why he's the way he is. Anyway, we got Absolute Superman. Number 7. Jason Aaron on that book, by the way. All right, we got Absolute Green Lantern. And no, how Ewing stays so busy, or how he keeps up with all these books. But anyway, Absolute Green Lantern number 2. This is Hal Jordan, the Absolute Hal Jordan. He's gone through some stuff too. He's kind of got this curse thing going on. And then you got this big dude, Abin Zur, who disappears. It's that big dude in the background with a bunch of word bubbles. And definitely looks like he's going to cause some issues. This, the art style in this book is actually, to me, feels a lot like manga. So I don't know if this artist takes that as his inspiration for this book. It definitely looks like some stuff is going down. Now I think that's Jon Stewart. So Hal Jordan's like holding up a gun to Jon Stewart. So some stuff definitely going down in Green Lantern number 2. There's a lot of good books to read this week. All right. I was looking at the cover on the autograph on the cover. It looks a lot like a Stegman, but it's not. All right, we got Grimm, Stephanie Phillips Grimm. This is issue number 22. Yeah, the Grim Reaper has a daughter. For those of you who don't know the story, Grim Reaper gets reaped, and then it's kind of up to the daughter to bring back some normalcy to the process, the death process. So, pretty good book. I've enjoyed it. I think I'm a few issues behind though. We'll get back to that. All right, gotta speed it up a little bit. Gotta get the Knicks game back. I turned it off temporarily so I could conversate with y'all. All right. What do we got? We got Void Rivals number 18. Oh, that's cool. The last issue of Void Rivals was pretty dope. What is this? Okay, so I'll just show you some interiors. The artwork's pretty clean. Is it Lorenzo De Felici? He's done books with Robert Kirkman before. And if you like Transformers, we're getting some of those in this book. So again, that's Void Rivals. It's on issue number 18. Definitely worth checking out. All right, we got Ultimate Spider-Man number 16. So I didn't read the last one. Monday Night Raw books. I was trying to remember this book and I couldn't for the life of me. So there's some spoilers in here, but you got Gwen Stacy still alive. She's was or is married to the Green Goblin. Harry Osborn. Got Norman Osborn in here. Norman's dead at this point in the book. Apparently, Harry's also dead. Or is he? Because we do get some big spoilers in here. So, nonetheless, Ultimate Spider-Man number 16. Good read. If you're not reading the Ultimate Spider-Man books, you should. Something That's Killing the Children. 21. Just always a good read. I've picked up this book since issue 1, and I haven't stopped. This might be the closest thing we have to another like breakout indie book, like The Walking Dead, but we'll see. We will see what happens with this one. All right, couple more books. We've got the Fantastic Four. This is issue 31. This is a, or should be, a One World Under Doom tie-in. Or I could be wrong. This looks more like a origin story. But yeah, no, it has some tie-ins. It just doesn't have that One World Under Doom thing somewhere. But basically, the Ben Grimm and Human Torch have lost their powers. I'm not sure if Reed and Invisible Woman lose their powers, but yeah, Reed figures what's the best way to get the powers back than to replicate what gave him the powers in the first place. I mean, what's the worst that happened? You die. All new on Earth in Peril at the hands of Galactus. So this is a reprint of or homage to Fantastic Four 173. That is Fantastic Four number 31 with the What If Disney cover. I've had fun reading the Fantastic Four with the tie-ins to the One World Under Doom. I think it's the only one that I've read. All right, guys. Those were the comics from the last 2 weeks. Now let's go through some of the free comic book day books. We got Big Rig, Post Malone's Big Rig. We've got Black Mirror, San Junipero. I think this is from season 3 of Black Mirror. Those of you who play the game Diablo, we got Diablo Dawn of Hatred, adding to the Diablo mythos. We have the Marvel Voices book. Supposedly there's a new Ghost Rider in this one. You can see them right there. We got the Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Universe. This should be a tie-in between the 616 and the Ultimate Universe. The prelude, if you will, the prequel. We've got Fantastic Four plus the giant size X-Men. I believe, what is it? Deadverine and Wolviepool. First appearances here in this book. Little amalgam or matchup of both of those guys. We have the Energonverse book. This is a wraparound cover. Nice. We've got the Boom book. So this is just gonna 20th anniversary, I think, of Boom. So it kind of gives you a little sneak peek into what's coming out. Oh, somehow I got 2 Big Rig books. Then we got Transformers, Worst Bot Ever, first appearance of Ballpoint. This is definitely the kids book. You could tell by the colors, like green, kids book. Blue on top, all ages, but I think it's like 14 plus or something for teens. And then red is adult. So if you didn't know the color scheme, Now you know. That's the only kid book I think I got. And then we got Star Wars #1, the free comic book day issue. All right. Then we got some free previews. We got the IDW monthly catalog. We've got the Image monthly catalog. We've got Marvel with the Fantastic Four #1, right? Starting over the series. And we've got the Gotham City Sirens. All right, guys. So those were the new comics. Berdazzle. What's up, Berdazzle? Glad you could make it. What is up? Berdazzle's in the house. Go check out Berdazzle. Doing some cool content over there. All right. We'll show off a few books and from the collection, and then we're out of here. I'm only doing this because I didn't get to go through a lot on my Monday night show. So I want to make sure I can get through a couple of books from the collection. We have Miss Marvel Dark Reign, War of the Marvels. I like this Miss Marvel suit. Dope cover. I think that's the only reason I'm showing this one off. What else? We got Miss Marvel and Moon Knight #1. We've got Multiple Man. This is a Rosenberg joint. Issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4. That was a fun read. Then this was also a fun read. A little gruesome, but fun. Murder World, Spider-Man. I don't know where the other Murder World went. I had they were a bunch of one-shots. I don't know why they called them one-shots though, because they kind of continued the story. It was just a different character kind of took the lead in each one. And then we have the first solo series of Nebula. All right, guys. So that was my pickups for the week, plus a few books out of the box. Don't forget to tune into Monday Night Raw Books, where we'll continue to go through the boxes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Stick around for some content during the week. This week, yesterday, we dropped the previews of the comics coming out this week. Possibly on Friday, I will drop, depends how many books I read, my readings from this week. And then there'll probably be 1 or 2 shorts this week. All right. So comic fans, do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get out of here. Peace. Thank you for joining me today. Catch us on the rewind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below. Peace. Deuces. We're out of here. Ka-ching. Let's go Knicks. We are the New York Knicks.